Guys, the Berkley Krej was a hot topic, hot bait in this last early period of 2024. But we have figured out now how to fish it and where. It was not the original way, I think, intended. We've learned more about the bait. I just caught this beautiful fish with it right here. And hey, let's go talk more about the Berkley Krej, what we've learned about it in the last couple months. The Krej, my chest camera just died. Is along like shallow areas like this. Stay on. Hey, This video today is brought to you by Future Marine. Let me share with you the boat that I'm in that is for sale right now at Future Marine. That is the 2022 Triton 20 TRX, guys. It's powered by a 250 Pro XS Mercury 4-stroke, guys. Let me share with you one thing I love about this boat. It's rigged out, tournament ready. It's a 2-year-old boat, guys, but it is brand new. It has your lithium batteries that runs your electronics, that runs your trolling motor up here. But one thing, guys, that I like about this boat after fishing it, and guys, if you've watched with the Fishing Coach YouTube channel, if you've kept up with me the last 2 years, I'm in a Bass Cat. The thing about my Bass Cat that is negative compared to this boat, I want to tell you why I love this boat, is I've already had people up here fit comfortably with me. I'm talking 2 people up here. We can fish together. I can have a third up here as well. Guys, that's one thing I like about this boat is on big lakes that I've been on, Ouachita, Hamilton already, with some wind, I'm comfortable up here in this boat. If you want more information, guys, the link to this boat will be down in the description, okay? Also, if you buy this boat, okay, I'm going to give out a fishing trip to the guy that gets this boat, a fishing trip of your choice. Go catch a big bass, go hunt for a double digit, or go learn how to work these electronics, okay? Now, hey, guys, let's go get into the Berkley Krej video. In this video today, you're going to get some on-the-water action with the Berkley Krej. And, guys, I made my video with the Berkley Krej, like a lot of other people, right when it came out. There's all this hype about this lure. You got the Krej, as you see, is a jerkbait style body with a backwards bill. But when it is in the water, it doesn't suspend. It goes backwards, okay? And I was excited about this lure. And after I had my, first couple fishing trips with it, didn't catch a fish with it, I was pretty disappointed. But when I learned with forward-facing sonar, they really didn't like that lure. Now, this was the spring and winter time, going backwards at it. And I would get a jerkbait, throw it back out there, catch the same fish I threw these at. But that backwards motion did not seem to get them to bite. Now, other guys made some videos, caught some fish with them. But in my opinion, if it was that good of a lure, you would have saw it be a player in the Bassmaster Classic or other Elite Series events or MLF events, whatever. But guys, we kind of find out a way to fish. I started seeing some other stuff on YouTube, started seeing some other videos, and we kind of found a way where it works. And I talk about it on the water in this video today of how when you reel this thing and you're twitching it, it is rocking just like a jig head minnow does. It rocks, and then it kind of, as it rocks, it goes like this with a little action. Okay, so you're kind of keeping it right under the surface, or you let this thing go down like I work it some, to where there's a brush pile and the top fits in 12 foot. I let it go down, then I start twitching it, and when you're twitching it, it stays right there at that depth, okay? And so that's kind of how I figured out how to get fit fish to eat this thing, okay? So I'm gonna show a couple clips. Like I said, the Krej, I've kind of figured out a couple ways to fish it, and I want you guys to let me know what you think about it as well. Let's go on the water, and we're gonna go through some talking footage of me, areas I like to fish it, and where I think you can fish it, and then a couple fish catches with you too there. How they not eat it? Look at all those guys, they're all over it. Those are like babies. You see them, guys? Babies on the Krej. None of y'all gonna eat it. Y'all as big as the Krej. Oh, got one. We got one. Krej fish, guys. It just started. Actually, this started. Oh, I can have spot lock now. I can hit spot lock. Look at this, guys. So this is a largemouth. This is the smallest largemouth I've seen on this lake. So as we talked, we've learned about the Krej, and I've had some really good fishing trips with the Krej here and there lately. So I decided I'm gonna come out here and just throw a Krej for 2-3 hours, let you know what I've learned about it. And like right now, guys, we're off here, and I'll kind of show you where we're at, not precisely. I'm all in the main lake, and this is just a little cut off the main lake, and you kind of see this point right here, okay? This right here is a Garmin, the 9-inch Garmin, and I have the little depth shading, as you see. So I'm right here, and you see, can't see the live scope, but there's grass up here and brush. There's bait all in the main lake, and I'm in the midsection of the lake today. I'm using the Deep Dive app, and kind of decided to pick this, pick this area of the lake because just looking at the best areas feature on it. One thing though too, the wind is blowing in this way. The wind's been blowing in this way the last 3 days, so that's kind of my area why I'm picking and where. But there's a lot of ways. Let's go back to this. A lot of ways to fish this guy. I've learned it's not just like your traditional jerk bait, okay? And this was supposed to be more of a kind of a jerkbait style deal, but I think there's other ways to fish it. I think you can go fish this up around them docks. There's grass on this lake. You can fish this up there shallow. There's so many ways to fish it. And as you see up there on the live scope, I do not have, I'm gonna get my other, I'm in a new boat right now, guys. This is a Triton 20 TRX. I'm gonna get my graph back up here and so y'all can see my live scope recordings, but right now you cannot see my live scope recordings. So you see all them fish right up there on the bottom. Let's see. But that wind has been a factor the past couple days. Here we're on the fall fishing. Hopefully you can hear me with the wind. Fishing is not, it's, you know, it's changing every day, and that wind is not changed. So I know that wind is going to kind of move the bait around, kind of affects things. So now right now I'm going to kind of fish this that traditional way. Here they are, here they are. Those are some little guys. They're all on it right now. I'm just going to kind of work this to where, see, they didn't like that. Come on, come on. I'm just kind of work this to see and keep working it. They didn't want it. But one thing about it is kind of keeping this on the move, as I've learned. Keeping it on the move. When you keep this thing on the move, it does this, it goes everywhere. But when you kind of let that thing go backwards, man, they don't like it. So that's one thing about this is just, hey, keeping it on the move. So I'm gonna throw this thing back out there. I've done good with fish high in the water column on this. A lot of fish right here. There goes my deal. Let it go down there. Just kind of jerk it a little bit and see. I don't know if it looks as natural when you jerk it. So here we go, our guys up here, dock, as you guys can see. And one thing about, like, I don't think like this matters. Like, it's good to kind of look and see how they react. But really, from my experience, is just fishing this and don't let it stop. As you see, it's kind of going under the water right there. And when you're jerking it like that, it's going, you see how that thing is flickering? It's flickering, it's going like this. And I think that's just a little bit different action of it, okay? So it's not much of a live scope tool as you think. I think when you're fishing in the shallower water. Now you can, like I was throwing earlier at those fish back there, but it's just interesting how it's like right there in the water. You see it when it's staying under the surface like that, gets a lot of bites. And that's what it's doing out there after you let it sink on some of this stuff too, like that brush pile right there. The next little area I think you can fish this thing that can after I've shown you how that action kind of goes, is along like shallower areas like this. And I've even had people send me clips of like Mike Iaconelli up in the north throwing this on the edge of lily pads and catching smallmouth. So that kind of made me think this could be another little sneaky deal that you could do that day, and kind of getting that kind of figuring out that kind of tempo, that cadence. And they'll probably, like, it's kind of like thinking of a wake bait. So we got that wind blowing up here. Now here we go, guys. I'm not even looking at my live scope. I'm just here. I'm working this thing, working it. It'd be so cool if I caught one. And you can see that thing under the water from right here where I'm at. And you can kill it at times. But I really think with that action, even just back there throwing at them fish at a brush pile, when it dies and it just goes backwards, man, it just don't look natural. And but for some reason that weighted system, I mean, it just creates something new as you see it right there. I mean, just look at that thing. I mean, you know, that minnow shakes and turns around. This thing's doing the same thing as well. So I think in this scenario, even a brim color pattern be good. Just have that brim action up there. But just I'm right here and just kind of getting that thing down. I think this is a sneaky way to fish this thing. Right there. Stay on. There we go. Little Krej fish action for you guys. That's, like I said, that's how a big way we've been catching them, guys. Now what I was just doing there is I'm just out here in the main river channel. I'm looking for those dudes, and they're right under the surface, and then I'm just reeling that thing, creating that action right there. As I've lost one earlier that was kind of in that deeper water column. But anyway, not a bad fish right there. I'm gonna let you go before you get me on the old Berkley Krej. They never told you to fish it that way, but that's one way how I have learned how this thing can catch some fish and where it's very effective. That sounds pretty big. Krej day. Here we go, guys. Got you a good one right here on the Krej. My chest camera just died, and I was like, I'm just gonna let it roll. And then we just jacked this one right here. A pretty fish. It's almost probably 2.5 pounds, man. It was a fun fight, guys. Appreciate you guys watching today's video here on the Fish Coach YouTube channel. Now we're about to go get into the faith juice segment. Guys, appreciate you checking out the faith juice segment of the episode. I'm going to share an encouraging word today that might can help you or somebody out there, okay? And just kind of thinking about this topic, because this is something that every one of us can relate to today. Appreciate all the positive feedback on it. I'm going to continue this, and thank you for everybody that sent me the messages, encouraging words. So, guys, one thing I want to share today, I don't really have like a scripture tied to this or something there, but it's something that, like, I just want all of you to think as I ask you this. Is there something in your life right now that you use daily, maybe not use daily, or something that can kind of control you in a way? Is it an addiction? Is it a thing? For example, for me, my phone is something I use every day. You might use your phone every day. Guys, before I got into this, where I'm running my own business, I'm doing all this stuff, there was even, guys, this was when I was still kind of with Fish the Moment. Me and my wife was doing a thing to where Sundays we were doing no social media Sunday, where we didn't look at social media for the whole day, and it was great. Okay, guys, so you hear the term fasting, where you kind of hear when you kind of get into hear fasting, if you're kind of like maybe a non-believer or someone that doesn't read the word, you hear fasting, you might think of not eating or drinking for a day. Guys, I've done that, but I've done that for the right reason. That's a whole nother topic we can talk about. But with this, I'm saying, is there something that you can maybe just not use for a day that you might use every day? For me, I use my phone a lot. It's for my business, and I'm trying to think of a way, can I go back to this? And I might want to, because just the social media, the phones, it's everyday part of life, but man, it can just take up time. We need that break from it. And that's where I'm kind of at with the social media. I'm not going to lie, guys. I do so much with it. It's my job. I do all the Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff. And guys, I've told people, and I've been for real, like it's on my truck. Look, it's even on my truck. I told people if I got out of this fishing gig that I'm doing, out of my fishing business, I would probably get off social media for a year. And you're like, well, why are you doing it, Jimmy? Well, hey, guys, it's a big part of my business. It is. But I really think I would probably give it up for a year. But I'm thinking about going back to giving it up for a Sunday. Or, and not just the whole phone, because, guys, I know if you watch, shout out to the Buzz, just later in here, I'm on the Buzz every morning, Sunday morning, so I got to use my phone to call in, and I got to use my phone just for what I do. I mean, like I said, people contact with her, but the social media part, I think I'm about to give it up for a day. I'll have my stuff scheduled, I won't look at it. There we go. So, guys, what is yours? I just said I'm about to do it. I've been thinking about it. I'm about to probably do it. I'm going to go in there and talk to the wife. We're going to start this maybe next Sunday. Somebody shoot me a message. Leave a comment. Let me know if this has even happened, okay? But we're thinking about it, guys. So, what's that for you? What is it? I don't know. Maybe it's not drink soda for a day. Maybe it's not eat fast food for a week. I don't know, guys. Maybe it is, there might be something you do. Maybe it's not talking about hunting or fishing for a whole day. You know what I'm saying? Your wife might be sick of you talking about hunting and fishing. Anyway, I don't know what it is. But, guys, appreciate you. Let me know what it is. Leave me a comment down below if there's something that you can give up and it will help you out as a person. Appreciate you guys. We'll see you on the next one.